Guys, what happened to us? I used to be so into this. I used to read. I used to journal. Like several months ago. I don't know what's happened to me.
I'm learning to like myself for the first time.
I just like am meant to be here, I think.
What's happened to me is overstimulation and access to the internet, and it needs to end. So I'm starting a new series. I'm gonna post. It's gonna happen because I'm gonna have so much more time because I'm gonna get off my phone and do normal human being things. Honestly, I don't really know where this is going. I came up with the idea and the title, and I thought it was pretty and aesthetic. And if that's what's gonna motivate me to have some form of connection in my life with things that are not on a screen, that's absolutely what we're gonna do. Anyways, this is like simultaneously kind of going to be a documentation of me attempting to get it back into hobbies that I really enjoy, whilst also vlogging a little bit, just because I want to get back to, because again, this is also kind of a hobby that I enjoy, so I really do want to do that. So I will be talking a little bit about that while also just kind of vlogging what's going on in my life. And I have some exciting plans tomorrow, so that should be fun. But other than that, I am also, this is a lot, a normal human being. So we're gonna be doing that. I know at the beginning of this year, I did a lot of like book and journal content, and I want to continue to do that, just maybe in the same video. I don't know how well that's gonna go over with people who watch the videos or my actual friends who are probably the only people watching the videos, but just wanted to pop in and say that. Some life updates, if you've missed me, I don't know if anyone did, are I ripped a contact. That's not a life update, I just remembered it because I have my glasses. Now I can see you, but now you can't really see me, so it doesn't work so well. I've been growing my nails out. I fixed them. If either of my cousins are watching this, don't look too close. Simone did my nails and they were beautiful. I'll put a picture, twice actually, I'll put a picture. I've been growing them out just kind of to see what it's like, and I really enjoy it. I feel very fancy. I started school finally again, which is exciting. But yeah, those are, I guess, the only life update I can come up with is the fact that I ripped my contact and my nails. I probably will have more, but I just can't remember right now. Been to a lot of concerts. Oh, I think part of the reason that I wanted to call this Destimulation Diaries is because I number one wanted it to be like something art diaries or something archives, because I just think it's a very like aesthetically pleasing title, and I think it's accurate to what I'm doing. But I also have had some experiences recently, as I think I'm growing a lot into my mental health, and I just kind of realized that I am the kind of person who tends to get overstimulated really easily. And a lot of this, I don't know, I've really been trying to work on not being overstimulated, and I think I'm actually, by trying to avoid that, I'm stimulating myself through screens a little bit. And I say screens because, oh, this is clearly my only light, the sun is going down. I say screens because I do still want to like consume media and talk about it here because it's something that I really enjoyed. I just want to go about it in a slightly different way. And my other disclaimer before I shut up and let you watch the rest of the video is that I am being a little more soft-spoken in this intro than I normally am in real life. I guess because I think that's what I wanted the tone of this to be. Like, I don't want you to be overwhelmed. I have plenty of other vlogs that I filmed that are a little more overwhelming and are a little more stimulating, and I still am planning to edit and post those because they're really special memories. I just want to go forward and like film a little differently. That's my little spiel. Hope you enjoy watching the rest of the video. I'm gonna talk more about what I've been reading recently because I've been reading the same book for a while, but I will leave you with that. My hair is a little more of a mess than I want it to be. Just want to pop in and say hi. It's Monday. I don't know how I'm vlogging. I have no idea. Like, I don't know how this is gonna end up looking. But I also woke up this morning with a giant pimple here, and my skin has been clear for like months at this point. I don't know what's happening. Like, I could not tell you. I wish I could. But you know, that's great. And yeah, I took the bus home from school today, so, and then I had to walk from the bus stop home, and it was really hot and sweaty, so I was gonna film a little bit, but then I just didn't end up filming. I wanted to talk about like what hobbies I did this morning. Like, I was planning to take a walk this morning, but when I woke up to like take my walk, it was dark outside and I didn't really feel like walking when it was dark. So I probably should have planned a little better, but I did end up walking home, so it wasn't bad that I didn't take a walk. So in terms of like hobbies and stuff, I read a little bit when I was at school and on the bus. So I was gonna say I've currently been reading Dune. It's been a while. I took a little break. I can't tell if this book is like putting me into a slump or I'm just seriously like overstimulated by other things and I find it difficult to focus because of that stimulation, and so I personally am really enjoying it. I know 90% of the world hates this book, but I can't tell if there's like some sort of political propaganda going on or whether I'm just a sensitive little snowflake. So I'll get back to you on that. But I am enjoying the like actual story and the world building part of it so far. It's really good. I would love to continue reading my book because it's September and I've been saying that I would wait till September so I would have the right vibes. I'm going to read Fourth Wing. I've been looking forward to it so greatly. I hope that I enjoy it. I think I will. Wanted to chat a little bit about where I've been this past week. I think that the destimulation was not quite as easy as I thought it would be. Yesterday I went and I downloaded Fourth Wing on my Kindle and I kind of expected that I would really get into it, but I read the whole thing in obviously less than 24. It's not obvious. I read the whole thing in less than 24 hours. And I don't care that it's impractical. I loved it personally. I thought it was fantastic. I stayed up till like 2 in the morning. I hope my music isn't playing. You can't hear it. And like felt all the emotions. Was like screaming, crying, jumping up and down. Literally not screaming, but like was so overly excited about the dragons. I can't tell if that's a side effect of the fact that I was less stimulated by like my phone, I guess. And it also could just be because I'm the kind of person who kind of outwardly expresses those emotions like that. Like I don't really have control over that. So just wanted to note it, I guess, for my own personal archives and for you. But I also have been journaling a little bit. I'll put in some clips obviously in between, but it's been going really well. I tried to journal a little bit differently. We'll hope it works out this time. I'm happy with how it looks, and I don't feel like utterly overwhelmed by the amount that I have to fill up. So I'm feeling good about that. And I guess those are kind of my updates. I will say, especially since I started reading Fourth Wing, I have obviously used my phone a lot less, and that just feels really good. Whenever I get into these moments, I feel a little bit of guilt about not responding to people as quickly. I don't know, I guess that's just something I'm gonna have to work through. But that is that. I'm feeling really happy. I'm feeling almost like I got my personality back after a while. And it's not just the books, because I've been reading a lot over the past like year and a half. I don't know if it was like me staying up late reading, or like the exhaustion kicking in, or just, I don't even really know necessarily that it was the book itself. Not that Fourth Wing wasn't absolutely fantastic. I don't care that it's irrational and doesn't make any sense. I've heard criticism, because the first thing that I do when I finish a book, unfortunately, is still look it up, and some people are haters, and I don't really care. So people have very valid criticisms, to be fair, so I always, you know, like the nuance in my head eventually kicks in. But anyways, I have been journaling a little bit. All of my paper just fell to the floor. I like very clearly just started. I had to fill in some from yesterday because I got distracted by my own book, but I don't think that's too bad of an issue to deal with. So I'm going to continue journaling. Just wanted to give that little update. I don't like really know how I'm going to edit this video. I'm a little nervous about it because I haven't really filmed any clips in the past week. I totally planned to. I went to the library and stuff, but I think I was in a place emotionally where I kind of, so I won't lie, at the beginning of this week I was totally absolutely spending way too much time on my phone. Then near the end of the week I almost completely distanced myself from it and didn't even really feel the urge to pick up my phone to film clips. So I need to develop a better balance, because I do still really want to document this. But that's my little update. I can't tell if this is weird framing or great framing, or if I should, I don't like that. I don't like that. I don't want to be that close. I would film just like the above clip, like just of my journal or of what I'm working on, because I'm going to show you anyways. I also, a lot of my friends watch this so they can see my face. So hey, that's the move. I feel a little bit naked without my jewelry, so I'm gonna go change that and continue journaling, but wanted to give you a little update. It's currently Wednesday, and before I say anything, I want to apologize for my like really janky nails. I don't really know what's going on there. I don't normally grow my nails out. This has been kind of an experiment of mine. They're beginning to chip because they're getting a little long for me, so ignore the fact that some of them are looking a little unhealthy in the moment. But I wanted to talk a little bit about the media I have been consuming and journaling in this week of my life. So I can actually start by looking at my journal. I can't remember if I talked about this a little bit. Also, I apologize for the reflection. I can't really do anything about this. I really just need a light in here. Maybe the big light will make it better. I can't tell if that's good or bad. This is my journal, obviously. I'm gonna remove some of these markers that I have here. So obviously, I was very behind for a while. If I need to blur some of this, I apologize. But this is how it's been looking just generally this week. So I've been writing in cursive, which is a new thing, and I don't know, just really trying to stop myself from feeling a lot of that perfectionism, which I was doing, honestly, originally at the beginning of this month, but I was writing in really messy cursive, and obviously I didn't do it quite a lot, so I have quite a bit to backfill, but I just wasn't happy with how it was looking. And so I just decided to kind of come in a little more neatly, which I don't know if you can see the difference, but it makes a difference to me. So that's that. I can't remember if I talked about, I think the last book I talked about reading was Fourth Wing and how much I really loved it in that the past couple days. I've read Bunny, which was absolutely chaotic, and to summarize it would not do it justice at all in the slightest, and I'm sure there are much better videos about it on the internet. So you can look them up if you're interested, but it was genuinely a crazy read. I read The Yellow Wallpaper just like, I think Tuesday night. I was feeling a little, I don't know why I'm suddenly losing my voice. So Monday night I was, I don't know, feeling really interested. I had been going through this phase where I was interested. By phase, I mean a phase that only lasted like a day. But I was interested in going back and reading some things that I read in childhood and in just like earlier phases of my life, because I think they would be a lot more valuable to me now as a person. So in that same strain of thought, I reread The Yellow Wallpaper, which I read in high school, and in all honesty probably did not apply myself wholly to that experience, but I've since read a lot about it and thought about it a lot, and so to go back and look at it was really interesting. So I think my thoughts on that are like relatively personal, so I don't necessarily want to mention that a lot. But I also read The Magician's Nephew. This is, my family has 2 copies of this book. This is a C.S. Lewis book, so if you know The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe, I think most people probably know this, but like Narnia, you've probably seen the movies. I have only ever watched the first one. I heard they were really bad, and when I was younger, my dad and I used to read like a chapter every night, and we read the entire series together. So the illustrations in this book are so cool though. Anyways, I wanted to just go back. I read this in like a few hours, but I was just curious to see what, I should mention that I have this kind of predisposition where I'm really, really interested in like biblical metaphors and allegories. And this book, and I think Narnia in general, has widely been discussed as a religious allegory. It's a very clearly one. And I think I'm looking for this page, a page with a pretty picture, but it just generally is really interesting to me. So I'm excited to see where the rest of this goes, you know, in terms of like crucifixion and Aslan and his sacrifice and all that. But it's so beautiful, actually. I loved reading these as a kid. I have 2 copies of the first 3 books. This book actually was the 6th one in the series that he wrote, but chronologically it's the first. And I knew that when I went into it, and I'm not sure why I read it first, but like I could genuinely write an essay about this. It's not difficult sentence structure, as you can see, but really interesting to me. And then today I've been reading, I read Perks of Being a Wallflower, which was obviously like a very violent and kind of difficult book. It's very interesting, but as a lover of Emma Watson and a frequent viewer of clips from that movie, I've been interested in reading it for a while. So I did, and that was interesting. Again, kind of a personal thought process, I guess. So that's that. And then I guess I spoiled the surprise, but I am reading A Room with a View now. I've tried to read this book so many times. I can't express why I cannot get through it. I think I have read it in like tough situations in my life, and everyone is just too flowery and too like, I just did not like it at all. But I'm coming back now that I'm kind of on a roll in terms of reading and spending less time on my phone and stuff. And I am really happy with how it's going so far. I'm 34 pages in. I started reading it today while I was at the pool because I've been having some back problems. So I'm hoping that like sitting in the hot tub, jacuzzi, whatever you want to call it, can help loosen up my muscles, me and my scoliosis problems. But anyways, I have seriously probably not made it in my life further than like page 75. So we'll have to see. I will give my thoughts later. Now that my family, so we went to Florence in the summer of 2023. I'm hoping that now I'll have that to look back on a little bit, at least to be interested in the physical places that they're visiting. But it's definitely an interesting one. And then this is mostly why I wanted to film. I got a package today, or I guess why I'm filming now and not during the day when there's much better lighting. I got a package today from the Fairy Ring, which is a company that's very important to me. I will say I already opened this. I opened the envelope and then I realized I probably wanted to do it on camera, so then I closed it again, so it has already been ripped, as you can see. But I'm really excited to see what's inside. Okay. Oh my gosh, it's so cute. I realize the reflection here is not gonna be that good, but here, this is a package from a dear companion of mine, but she does have a small business, so if you're interested, check out the fairy ring. I will leave the link down below in this video and also for the rest of time, because you should go shop. They make absolutely beautiful jewelry. I'm so excited. I don't know what's in here, but isn't this bag so cute? It's got little moons on it. So pretty. Okay, so we have, I think I'm probably going to start with this. Or no, maybe I won't. I'm going to open this up. So I know about some of this. I don't really know. This I know is because I got a new phone case and I wanted oh, here it's stuck. A phone charm to hang on my phone. And isn't it so beautiful? It's so cute. And the bow, so pretty. I realized, okay, my hand is very much not doing it justice. I'm like weirdly colored in certain lightings and at certain temperatures, but it's so pretty. And then this, oh my gosh, is this? It's so pretty. Oh my goodness. Stop. The strawberry charm. Is this the other Katie Gavin bracelet that they made? I can't remember, or is it just... I need to go look and figure out which one, but I love being Muse, and I think this is absolutely gorgeous. It's so stunning. Look at that. So beautiful. I will never shut up about it. I'm going to put these to the side. I'll show off what my phone looks like with the charm in a moment. I also have, oh, I just turned my lighting up. Is that better like that? Okay, so I guess it's not gonna work. This is just a piece of, oh my god, wait. Oh, there's a note in here, but I will probably read that. Why is it doing that? We have stickers. This one says, be an angel, so you're mine, because angel, obviously. And then we have sunny angels. These are so precious. I feel like my nails are so ugly. They're not doing this justice, but it's so beautiful. We have this one with the bunny and the whatever this is. Something with ears. And a cherry, different bunny, a rat, and you have a kitty. The little overalls, they're so cute. I probably will put these on my wall. I have some like perfect spaces for some of these, so I'm so excited about them. And then we have a note, which I don't know if I'm gonna read. Oh my gosh, she sent me a tarot card. Stop. This is so cute. So Lily said, it's from the tarot vending machine, kind of boy genius. Lucy is in the boat. Phoebe is the cat, and Julian is the mouse. Yeah, I think that's very accurate. So cute. This is so precious. Oh my gosh, I will read this in my own time, but so gorgeous. I'm so happy. I'll have to be showing you what all these things look like, but I'm obsessed. So I'm like not high energy right now because it's in the middle of the night, but I'm so excited and so happy, and I can't wait to show you these things and for you to see them in my future videos. See, I decided that today wasn't going to be a contacts day, and then there's glare on my glasses. This is not going to work, so you're just going to be a little blurry for me. Today's Saturday, so I just wanted to give you some updates because I think this is going to be the end of the video, but I just generally wanted to talk about what's going on. And it takes a really long time to set up the overhead angle. I'm trying to figure out a better way to do it because I have my phone like essentially balancing to film those videos, and I really like doing that, but I just don't, it's not super practical to set up, and then I'm like freaking out about it the whole time. So just wanted to give a little update. I have still been reading A Room with a View. Again, I haven't really read much or journaled. I don't want to say that this was like an unsuccessful couple days. I just was generally busy because it was Friday and I was spending time with my family, and then I also had an exam to take, so I didn't film much. I did upload a video, which I'm finally happy about, but So I'm just planning to read a lot more this weekend, and I'll probably have that in the next video. And I'm still reading Room with a View, and then I'm also reading Dune on my Kindle. I don't like the way these colors look together. It's making my brain not happy at all, so I'm going to separate them immediately. But I didn't journal yesterday because I had an exam to take, and then I just wanted to relax after, and journaling for some reason was not in the cards, so I didn't. But hopefully I'll catch up with that today, and that will be all right. I think that's just generally the update. I wanted to talk a little bit about like my screen time, because this was kind of an attempt to get off my phone. I will say my screen time has decreased kind of pretty exponentially, so I'm really happy with that. Like I feel a lot more present in my life, and you know, it's easier said than done. You know, like as a teenager, I think in today's society, and I don't mean to make some like larger philosophical point, because I'm not a genius and I don't have a lot of fantastical things to say, but I do feel like being exposed to so many people, and I've said this a lot before, but I just don't think human beings are meant to see this many people on a daily basis. And I think that's a lot of what Instagram is for me. TikTok was just like a bottomless hole, and hopefully next week I'll talk a little bit more about TikTok and why I deleted it and how that's been going for me. But just in general, spending less time on my phone has been really good. I do feel like on Instagram, I'm exposed to more people than I'm supposed to see. Like if I were a human being before the existence of social media, I wouldn't see this many people and see what this many people are doing. And although I don't feel like socially I have a lot of issues with it, like I don't feel like I see a lot of people and I'm like, oh, I'm so jealous. I mean, I have those experiences every so often because I feel like everyone does, but I do, sorry, car going by, but I do feel like I just am not meant to see this much material about what other people are doing. And I have friends who I still care about, obviously, and still want to know what they're doing, but I think I can go through their social medias or spend a few minutes on social media and see what just my friends are doing, or they can message me, because I do think we live in a world where we should communicate, and things like texting and calling and FaceTiming are still really important and can still be really beneficial. And I don't feel like that I would really define as screen time, even though I think the majority of my screen time this week has been like texting people. I do feel like in terms of stability and my ability to exist without my phone, I think it was definitely difficult. I think I spent a lot more time on my laptop this week, and I spent a lot more time watching TV shows or YouTube videos as opposed to like short form content that I would normally be consuming. And I think honestly that that's okay. I had this thing where, and I guess maybe it's a little embarrassing, but I feel like often when I'm watching a TV show, it doesn't provide enough stimulation. So I would do something like play a brain game in the background or play solitaire or something while I'm watching a show. And although it's fun and it's like an appropriate amount of stimulation for my brain, I don't think it's super sustainable. Like I'm not meant to have that much stimulation in my life. So I've been trying not to do that. But I do think I've begun to let go of my phone, but I'm still kind of using my computer as a safety blanket a little bit, because completely cutting myself off from the internet, number one, is not sustainable considering the fact that I am a student and I do need it, and all of my music is technically connected to the internet, and I really do need that as well. But I do think that stepping away from that and just like watching less shows or just being mindful about what I'm consuming, I think is one of my goals for the future, hopefully. So that's the plan. I will say, and I guess this is kind of a duh statement, like you would expect this to happen, but I do feel like I have a lot more mental stability. And when I say stability, I mean being able to sit with my thoughts and not feel the need to scroll or not kind of feel panicked. And I think that also is partly because I'm in a better position than I was a couple years ago, or even last year. I was going through a really rough time, but I don't feel the need to do something at all times, I guess. Like I can just sit there and with my thoughts, and I don't feel the need to immediately do something, which is really nice. I guess I kind of expected that would happen generally, but I don't know if I expected it would be that fast. I also feel more eloquent, I think, and I think it's also an aspect of, or a side effect of me reading more, is that I feel more clear-headed just generally in what I need to say or what I want to say. And I don't think it's something that's particularly noticeable for other people, but I do feel like the language with which I was speaking was kind of dumbing down. And I wasn't dumbing down for other people. I was consuming media, and that was the way people were speaking in the media. And so I guess kind of matched that because that was what I saw the most of. And I do feel a little bit more comfortable, I think, with the way I'm speaking, because I did feel like I kept having these moments where I was like, I feel like my vocabulary is very small. And I've been an exuberant reader since I was a very small child. This is just something that I really enjoy. But I do feel like, and when you're like, oh, I want to have a bigger vocabulary, people just say read books. And I'm like, yeah, I know, but it's easier said than done. And I don't feel like I feel like I just need to sit there with a dictionary and absorb it all, but I can't. So this has helped. Would recommend. I also, interestingly enough, I mean, I'm not going to do this, but I felt the urge to listen to classical music this morning. So again, less stimulating. I don't expect that I'll do this a lot of the time because music is really my comfort place, and I don't have a problem with listening to a lot of music all the time either, because it's something that's really important and it's a way that I connect with a lot of my friends and stuff. But I did feel less pressure just in terms of that. So that was really nice. I think those are just most of my general thoughts. I hope you all are doing wonderfully. I also apologize if I'm looking everywhere while I'm filming this and not looking at the screen. I'm filming on my phone, if you guys weren't aware, and making eye contact with myself and looking at my own like gesticulations and my own face on the screen is kind of unnerving. Again, a screen time thing, like we aren't meant to see this much of ourselves. I saw this thing recently actually that was like, I wish if I can find it, I'll put it on the screen, but it's essentially the concept that humans didn't see themselves unless they were like looking into a river essentially before mirrors existed, which again I feel like is going really far back and we just don't exist like this anymore. But again, even if you're looking at a mirror, I do think that we're not meant to perceive ourselves this much. And so looking at the screen, I don't really want to see that much, because then I'm going to want to turn the camera off and I'm going to not want to talk about what I want to talk about. And I want to talk about what I want to talk about. So that's that. But anyways, I think that's going to be it for this video. I am going to hopefully film something of better quality next week. Something of similar nature. And I'm going to put my glasses back on so I can see you. But see, too close to the camera, I feel the need to be silly boobs. Anyways, hope you have a great week. Hope you have a great day whenever you're watching this. Hope you are safe and healthy and happy and all of the above. Go listen to a good song. Go listen to your favorite song. Would highly recommend. And if you want to chat with me, you know where to do it. Or text me. Most of my friends are here. Also, here's the bracelet that Lily made for me. Okay, anyways, love you.